Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, class. It's unfortunate that I'm seeing some people still standing. These classes are too small for this particular class. We really need to find a befitting venue for this class. It's actually unacceptable to be seeing the majority of you standing. More than like 10 to almost 20 people standing. In any case, last week we introduced this course. And I gave you like 5 different areas that we are going to be treating. Cool? So today, like I said, we are going to look at it proper and start from the part of the understanding of traditional versus the 21st century education. First of all, by the title, Education in 21st Century, you should know that we are looking at an epoch here. We are looking at a generation. A generation that you and I belong to. What I call the digital natives of the 21st century. I call you guys the digital natives of the 21st century in one of my papers that I wrote some time back. That these digital natives have a different life from the way we used to do our things before. The kind of education we're now experiencing is different from the education some people experienced 10 to 20 years back. It's not the same. Cool? Most especially with the introduction of the World Wide Web. This is the www. Cool? Since the internet came in, as far back as early 90s, up to late 2000s, the millennium century, the millennium year, things have been changing rapidly. Technology has been changing from one phase to another. Even the gadgets that we are using themselves are constantly evolving and re-evolving. I tried to kind of explain rather this change while we were talking about one of the schools of philosophical thought. That's one of the modern schools of thought. That is talking about pragmatism. Cool? And this change has brought us somewhere far, far different from what used to be obtainable. So it's an epoch that, like I would say, some people used to call it the Gen Z's, cool? They used to call it the Gen Z's, and you like that name, isn't it? Generation Z. Perhaps the last generation, cool? Maybe after you people, the world is coming to an end, isn't it? That not so. We don't know. However, what we're trying to kind of bring our attention here is to understand this change, how the change has happened, and what is actually going on. So this course is more or less like trying to bring your attention or to bring your mind back to the here and now. What you are going through and what you are what you are going to be expecting. The course is more or less like just trying to kind of reawaken you to look around, that you are already there for. The world that we've been envisioning You're already in that particular epoch, the so-called 21st century. And this 21st century has come with different ways of looking at things, most especially education. What type of education are we experiencing now? And what kind of students do we have? Do you really think it's by accident that the universities have changed their curriculum? From what we hitherto used to call the BMAS, that is talking about benchmark minimum academic standards, to what we now call the CCMAS, the co-curriculum minimum academic standards. The CCMAS, which you people are now a part of, most especially this set of yours, I think you are the second or third set now that is experiencing the CCMAS, the second set. You are now the second set. And the CCMAS is a product of the 21st century education. And most especially this course itself is a product of the CCMAS. This is talking about something called the university curriculum. You've heard of something called curriculum before, Go? I've done a course titled curriculum somewhere. Have you? Curriculum studies. But in 101, I think someone talked about curriculum to you. Someone should have talked about curriculum to you in 101. Yes, you should. Because there you'll be told that that curriculum is simply talking about the experiences, the learning outcomes, the learning content that you come in contact with when you enter the four walls of the university. That means the curriculum. Not necessarily what you see in the classroom as we are teaching now. Because how we call the core curriculum and what we call the hidden curriculum. So that core curriculum, minimum academic standard, which is CCMAS now, that you are now experiencing, or you are now going through, is a product of the 21st century education itself. Because there has been drastical changes that the university system needs to address before it's too late. And one of those is to talk about this change from BMAS to CCMAS, because we're in a different era now. Therefore, having laid this foundation, we're now going to look at the traditional education versus the 21st century education. I want to look at the differences between these types of education, looking at some criteria. The first one is talking about the learning goal. The learning goal. What are we aiming at? The learning goals here are what I want to first of all try to look at. The traditional system of education, in particular, focus on rote memorization. Rote memorization. As well as what they call standard testing, standardized testing, and subject-specific knowledge. Subject-specific. In that you just want to the goal here is for us to try to internalize some theories. If you like, it was at a point in time called it is too bookish. You are busy learning a lot of theories. without practicalization of those theories. In fact, this is why we talk about this idea of certification. They just want you to have the certificate at the end of the day. Go. To say that you have the quality, after having the quality, then you're now qualified to go and do a lot of things. Gone are those days. Well, in the 21st century education, something has changed. In the 21st century now, what we look at is skills. Not those certificates, skills. What skill do you have? What can you do? Are we getting it? Yes. We look at skills, and these skills such as what we call the skills of critical thinking, creativity, adaptability, as well as lifelong learning. Lifelong learning. In that, they're not looking at how can you survive, because there's something what they call this so-called World Wide Web. There's also another name for it is the Wide West. Wild West. Oh? Wild, not wild, worldwide now. Wild West. Because it is a kind of a jungle. In a world where there is too much freedom, you are flying. The so-called saying that you are surfing the net. Go. Not just surfing. And that surfing, you might be surfing and cruising. But if you don't cruise well, you can cruise your life there. With a single mistake, someone can delete your life. Not necessarily deleting your life physically, but that person can delete everything that you've worked for your whole life. With a single mistake. Meaning that you have to be critically upright. Not everything you see, you just fall for. Don't allow someone to use grammar to just lure you into a particular nest and catch you there. You can feel that you are free, you are suffering, you are enjoying. Maybe you just come around and see free internet. Someone is giving us free Wi-Fi here. Just come and click. Just like the way some of you go to the GT Bank. I know some of you go there to GT Bank and some other areas to get the free Wi-Fi there. Go. Most especially those ones living in the hostel. I know you know what I'm talking about. You go there and you enjoy the free net. As you enjoy those free things, I was just saying that nothing is for free in this world. Nothing is free. If you're enjoying it free, then someone is paying. And if that someone is paying, in most cases, he doesn't just pay without actually getting something out of it. I can just come and log into my site and I don't know anything about you. Before you know it, your phone or whatever it is that you are using is transmitting something to them. They have your IP address, your MAC address, and all your information that you can never imagine is being transmitted to them. And you're enjoying it. This is free now. You're busy chatting and surfing. There's no such thing as free in this world. So don't deceive yourself. Do not deceive yourself. There's something they call shine your eye well, well. So this is more or less like that, shine your eye. You are in the digital world. And that digital world is so volatile. Just yesterday, someone sent me something that is from the presidency. On appointment and blah blah. So I should reply to someone, one Ungozi, something. He will talk to me. He will tell me something about, or he's the special advisor to the president on those appointment issues. I was like, seriously, I just showed it to one of my colleagues that were sitting down, and we laughed. And this means they want to scam today. Sometimes they will tell you that a particular politician is giving out money, 10,000 or 20,000. Come on, put your BVN, you are dead. You might think that it's normal. After all, I don't have anything in my account, so I have nothing to lose. Mark you now. Even if your account is zero, provided it has your details, someone can make a fortune out of it. Because loans are now free. As far as your BVN is there, all these free non-collateral loans that are already online, someone can go and use your number or use your BVN to borrow money for you, and they'll be chasing you from your house. You are busy thinking that I don't have any money, so they can't get anything. But like they will get. So you should be very careful while you are giving out your BVN now. That bank verification number. You should be very careful as you are giving it out. Whoever is taking it, you should know that you are ready to hold that person responsible for anything. You should put a very strong one for that individual that you are giving your BVN to. No matter what they want to, what they are telling you. They can bankrupt you into millions. And they will leave you paying the debt for the rest of your life. And why you are not careful, they can even imprison you for that. Just simply because you are so careless. So you see, the world is such that it's looking for some competency that you are going to survive. You first of all need to learn how to survive it. Else, you're not going to go anywhere. Someone can just knock you out with a click. So that is what we're talking about when we were discussing this idea of emphasis on critical thinking skills. Then creativity on the other hand. We're talking about creativity. It's a question of what can you do? What can you bring to the table? How can you bring something new? People are always innovating. And what can you bring to the table too? They don't really care about those certificates anymore now. I have a brother that is living in the US. He has been doing a degree program now for almost like 10 years. He has not finished. When I ask him, why are you not being serious about this, your degree? He tell me that, seriously, we don't need it here. You understand? You repeat this that, seriously, we don't need it here. He's living in the US, and he's swimming in millions. You are busy here trying to see you obtain the degree certificate. He's there. Why they have really reached there? They don't think about what certificate you have of degree. But the skill, what skill do you have? He's a system analyst, working with this Google and Yahoo. What are you talking about? They are called something called the Red Hats. That is the kind of title they give them, the Red Hats. They work in the shadows. All these mails that you send through WhatsApp, through Facebook, through Yahoo, wherever you send a mail, someone somewhere has to hijack it. Look at it from before sending it to where you are sending it to. He's one of those people. He still doesn't have a degree as we speak. For more than 10 years, he has hummed the degree somewhere. I'll come and continue. Maybe when I'm coming back to Nigeria. Because skills, like I said, not certificates. Very soon in Nigeria, they will head towards that line too. That is why people have been hammering everywhere you go. They'll be asking you that, do you have computer skills? If you don't have computer skills, find somewhere and at least get something. Go. Because these computer skills will, at the end of the day, sometimes be your meal ticket, not the so-called degree that you are doing now. Because we have thousands, hundreds of thousands of graduates like yourselves out there, but the job is not there. They're unemployed. And in fact, this is one of the major reasons why we are thinking about changing the curriculum. We are hoping that maybe by the time that you people that are going through the CC mass now, when you graduate, something, the narrative is going to change. Let us hope so. I didn't hear any amen. If it doesn't change, that means there's going to be trouble, though. So that is about that. The issue of adaptability. When you say to have adaptability, how do you adapt? These 21st century learners are believed to be able to what? That's what we call now multiple streams of incomes. Go? Don't just lean on one source of income now. Try to adapt with the situation. Look around you. What can you do? What is trending? How do you cope? How do you ensure that you also fit into the system? The system is going to be so challenging, bringing new ideas, new things to you. The question is, how do you fare? Are we clear? So that is why we say we look at adaptability as a skill again. Then lastly, we talk about lifelong learning. Lifelong learning. Meaning that you don't just say, because now I have the certificate, so I've already arrived. Go? I have arrived. You've never arrived. Because in this kind of 21st century, new things are coming by the day. You must upgrade. That is why even our phones, as we use our phones now, we see updates coming every day, isn't it? Yes. Updates will keep on coming. At one time, they say upgrade, not even just update, now upgrade. You need to upgrade from one version to another. Go? So even we ourselves must upgrade. So don't say that because I've reached this level, so I've already arrived there. That is not enough. No. I want to continue reading. I want to continue upgrading yourself. Bringing out the best version of yourself. And that is the only way you can survive this century. So the learning is lifelong. Not just terminated at a particular period of time. So after 5 years, after 4 years now, you have already reached your level. So that is the end of it. I've finished. No, you never finish. Even with a PhD now, you don't say you have finished. You're learning every day. Venture into different areas and see what you can get out of that. And that is the only way you can survive. Secondly, we're looking at the teaching approach. The teaching approach, in the traditional system of education, we look at the teacher-centered method. Teacher-centered method. This is especially maybe if you can lean back to, here I will take you a bit back to the schools of philosophical thought. This is where your 104, 105 is going to help you to understand something better here. They say it's teacher-centered method that they're applying here. Teacher-centered in that the role is shifted back to the teacher. The teacher isn't as a role model here. Just like that you have it in the classical schools of thought, such as idealism and realism. Cool? But here, they say that in traditional system of education, that is a teacher-centered method that they're using. And then they focus on lectures and direct instruction. Lectures and direct instruction. Such that we just look at how we just come to the classroom, give you what you need, give you reading materials, you go back and you continue regurgitating. We don't allow you to participate in the classroom. You just listen. You don't want to. Nobody wants to talk. Even if the teacher wants to ask questions, he doesn't want to be asked too many questions. That kind of system is what we call the traditional teaching approach. While in the 21st century approach, 21st century education, we look at the collaborative system. Collaborative system, or what we call the student-centered or learner-centered method. No longer teacher-centered here, but what? Learner-centered method of teaching. Meaning that the students here are the center of the learning. Just as it is with the modern schools of thought. I think you are related. Cool? However, they're talking about collaborative here and inquiry-based learning. Collaborative learning and inquiry-based learning. Meaning that the teacher and the students are going to learn together. The teacher is not the person that they say the sage on stage here. He is someone who is a collaborator or a facilitator to the students' learning. He's only there to maybe point some areas out for them, just for them to go and learn on their own. And at the same time, they come back and share ideas together. And this is one of the reasons why we do what we call the project method now. When you reach your level 400, we give you a project, you identify a problem, you go to the field, while we are sitting here and waiting for you to go and come back. You told us that, as how we found this, we found that. And these are the problems. And these are what people are telling us about this social problem. Applying what we call the scientific method of teaching. So this inquiry-based learning is going to kind of make you to excel. I can remember a couple of weeks ago, I was at the market with one of my suppliers. And he noticed that there is a kind of a talent in me that is untapped somewhere. So he focused my attention into one of the type of computers different from where my interest was. Now these systems are very difficult for people to understand, but someone of your caliber into this business, they want to thrive in that. He told me frankly that with his own kind of knowledge and understanding, there's no way it's a no-go area for him there. But he believes if I go there, I will thrive. So why don't I try? And lo and behold, I took the bait. And within those few weeks, I discovered something that for the first 10 years has not been discovered. For as long as I can count, people in that area have been looking at they solved the problem, but the problem is half solved. People don't really understand how to solve the problem from there. But I was able to discover a new way out. When I shared it with him, he was like, wow. So this is what I was telling you. So, in essence, the teacher here is a facilitator and not a sage on stage. He can only direct you, and you go on your own to find your ways for yourself. That is the teaching approach. Number 3, we look at technology use. The usage of technology. You will notice that in the traditional system of education, there was limited or no integration of technology gadgets at all in the teaching methods. There was no such thing as using the technology in teaching, such as the projectors, such as the computer systems. Because in those days, even if you want to use the computer, it is mostly desktop. Go. And if you have the laptops too, you see them very big. And if someone is bringing them out, the charging that they can hold, it's not going to be more than 30 to 45 minutes. At most, they will, at 1 hour, they will just go down. But now because the technology has moved, this system that we are holding, this system can feel like 5 hours. As big as it is, it can stay for 5 hours. And I'll be lecturing with it without thinking about putting it on power. Thanks to technology. The generation is changing, it's moving. We are upgrading. So in the 21st century, there is heavy usage of technology. While in the traditional, we don't use, there's limited or no use of such technology, but in the 21st century, we are using all these technological gadgets. There's heavy use of technology such that you have these online learning platforms. Online learning platforms. You've heard of these platforms before, Go? These there's something we call the learning management systems. We'll come to discuss those ones in more detail as we move on. Okay? We'll discuss them in a more detailed version. You have what we call the AR and the VR. That is augmented reality, as well as the virtual reality. Virtual reality. Augmented reality is such as maybe as a result of technology now, we have ways of kind of understanding how we use, let's say, like in biology classes, through the use of technology, they can make a skull-like skeleton. Just like the human skeleton, you can interact with the human skeleton. Unlike before that, you just only see it in the books, in drawing, and those that poorly drawn textbooks. Cool? But now we can see the pictures, high definition pictures, as well as even the skeleton itself. Technology has gone so far that we can easily interact with these augmented realities. Maybe sometimes they can even use a particular chemical to preserve an animal. Like the reptiles now, they have a way of preserving the reptiles. Just for you to come and see them, understand them, really study them very well. All are just seeing them in the books. That is what we refer to as augmented reality. Okay? And then the virtual reality, on the other hand, is speaking of how we make use of some like real life experiences. It kind of uses your mind. You just see, you kind of put a kind of a binocular glass, and you see yourself maybe in a historical environment, in a historical space. Maybe you've been hearing about this and that. So they will take you to that as if you are there, it was unfolding right before you. You are seeing what has happened, and you are seeing the people around that you have been hearing about. That is what virtual reality. We make use of all this in this age of ours now. Yes, BUK has not been there yet. Or let me say, majority of the universities in Nigeria have not been there yet. But when you go to Florida, you go to America, you know what I'm talking about. This virtual reality. If you have opportunity to go there, I think maybe this discussion will make some more meaning to you. Okay? And now we have the AI-driven tools. Artificial intelligence as the AI, which is very popular now. It's no longer a new thing here. Oh? The Gen Zs are already into using the AIs. In fact, there are some of them are guilty of using the AI now. They feel guilt when they do the assignment with the AI and they got caught using the AI. Go? Because the AI is making almost everything simple now. It can do research for you, and at the same time write that same research for you. You print out and you bring to us and say, sir, I've finished my chapter 1. I say, okay, very, very good. You have finished with the chapter 1. Fine. By the time we begin to start reading, we know that definitely that is not you. Because the AI is a professor. The language it uses is very strong, stronger than ever you can think about using. So that if you come to defend those kind of writing, there's no way you can defend it. And that is majority of the problems we are having in our own panels, now defense panels now. The students are using the AI and they'll be struggling with the words that AI itself made use of. He doesn't even know that the meaning of the word, and he just saw the AI using it, and he's claiming that it's his work. And he's finding it difficult to even pronounce the word. You know? So these are some of the ways we easily detect when you make use of the AI. That is why we always encourage you to do your own independent research. Be an independent researcher. It's not about to use the AI, but go extra miles. Show that you are a human being doing something. Let your efforts manifest inside that work. So at the end of the day, you can claim the ownership of that work if you want. Master it well, and then do more. Because AI it has not been designed to give you not everything now. To just give you some short paragraphs. It will stop there. If you force it to go deeper, it will do something called hallucination. It will hallucinate. If it hallucinates, it will give you fake information. So that as soon as it comes to us, we easily detect that this is fake. Sometimes it gives you fake authors, fake references, just to satisfy you, because it has been meant to satisfy you at all times. So to just find a way of giving you what you want, even if it is not true. And these AIs are now being interviewed themselves. And they're telling us how they are doing these hallucinations. So don't just think they are smart, that it did it to me with this split of some seconds. All the assignment that this guy gave us is already there by this AI. Wallahi, if it comes to us, we will know. We will know. We will know. Because we've been there before. Just so that you people don't actually get to think you are smarter than us. So these AI-driven tools are there to support us, or to complement what we are doing, and not to replace what we are doing in its entirety. Okay? Try to understand them and let them be your assistants. Sometimes you can even share your life experiences with them, and they give you good advices. Life-saving advices that can change your life. The same AIs can even help you to find jobs. They can give you a lot of areas that you can develop. As an individual, you can ask it, look, I'm looking for a job. It will tell you what is your area of strength. What do you do? What are your credentials? What can you do? Or most especially, what is your skill? Through your skill, the AI can suggest a lot of different ways for you to make money without going to disturb yourself meeting people out there, or just trying to do plagiarism, just do academic fraud. Instead, make use of it for something more productive. Because it has all the information that you can think about. And as it is online, it can also, if new information comes in, the AI has been developed to kind of go and search for that new information that just came, even before it was designed. If something comes new today, the AI can bring it out and tell you that this is what is happening. Go? And this is thanks to the technological use that we're talking about. We use these technologies in our own teaching and learning in the 21st century. Number 4, we have assessment methods. Assessment methods. In the traditional system of education, we predominantly make use of what we call the summative evaluation, such as giving students exams and grading them through ABC based on their own performance. Cool? They believe that this system of education that we give exams, we do this, we do that. In most cases, the students are more scared of exams than anything that you can think of. That is why we now have something called exam fever, Marco. Because they have been terrified to believe that if they don't pass their exams, their life is useless. So they will resort into all forms of learning, all forms of cramming. Sometimes even go to extreme length to see how they can even cheat in the exams. We were just speaking of someone yesterday with one of the past exam officers who was so smart, very smart indeed, that he used his own inner trousers to write a lot of expo there. So when you come as an invigilator, you just release his gown like this, and you won't say anything. As you go, you open it up, and you keep on reading what he has written there. He was so smart, and he was enjoying it. And last week, I was reading a letter of complaint by that same individual, because we caught him at the end of the day in this BU keeper. When he was being caught, he was like, he doesn't have any inner trousers inside. So there's no way they could just naked him inside the exam hall now. So the invigilators there quickly tried to find a way out. And they bought a new trouser for him. Because they said there's no way he's leaving that hall without them apprehending that evidence. They bought a new trousers for him, there in front of them, while holding his shirt from all angles. He removed it, he put on the new one, and they kept the exhibit type. Not that he wrote those things inside. As I'm speaking with you, he has been expelled for the past 2 years now. He's supposed to be at level 400 now. He was expelled at level 300. And last week, I was made to read his own complaint letter that he was expelled with another student who was also caught cheating. And he has somehow found her back in the classroom, and she has continued with her own studies. And as such, he wants to report, he wants to kind of sue BUK to court for being unjust against him. Now, this cheating that he did there was no fair hearing there. And the same examination officer that was at that point, he said that exam officer was the one that brought that student back to the school. He wanted to indict the exam officer because he stood firm, ensuring that he was being treated justly. You know, last semester, I told you something. That if you really want to graduate very soon in this university, find yourself cheating in exams. So, it was like funny, but you people still did not heed to that. Evidences have shown us that you're deeply involved in malpractices in Edu 101. You might turn a blind eye now. BK has a way of turning a blind eye to you. You know you did. Those of you that did not know they did. I'm not pointing any finger to anyone. But this is a warning to you. This is a warning to you. Sometimes BUK has a way of allowing you till you reach level 300, sometimes level 400. After you finish wasting your time, paying all the school fees, and they'll eject you. That is when it pains the most. I'm now advising you for the last time that it's better to fail honorably than to pass with cheating in the exams. Because in this university, there is nothing as grievous as a sin of cheating in the exams. This university can forgive anything. But if you are caught cheating, well, that is the end of your story. I've been an exam officer for more than 5 years. I know what I'm telling you. I've seen heroes fall. When I say heroes here, I'm talking about even those ones that think that they are brilliant students. They end up trying to put someone on their back. This is something they call goyo. Goyo is when maybe someone is weak, is a weak student. You find a way of staying close to him or her, such that you can be supplying him or her some expo or some assistance, as you will say. So, those heroes, have fallen. And this university is too vindictive. If it expels you from here, it doesn't stop there. Just yesterday, I overheard someone. This is no joke. I overheard a HOD receiving an application of an expelled student that she's reapplying for level 100. She was expelled at level 300. And now she's coming back to see how she can get admission to start afresh. And they were like, this university is vindictive. Let us not waste her time, please. Let her go elsewhere, but not here. Just yesterday. Yes, they can just keep quiet, and sometimes they will follow you to where you go. They'll send someone. Now that you are at level 200, who was a fresh student here? Okay, this is level 100 still. Yes. Those of you that will come in level 2, the people that will meet you in level 2, they'll come through something called DE, direct entry. Go? Yes. And those DEs, we will just collect the admission. Come and study with us. You come and finish everything. The day you want to collect your certificate, BK will say, no, we are not giving you the certificate. Wait. The certificate you used to enter into this university, we must ensure that it was genuine. Wallahi, they will follow that university. They will sponsor someone. All DE students must go through this system. I'm telling you this. They will sponsor someone, go to your hometown, go to that university without you even knowing anything. The person will go there, go with your name, your picture and everything. See, they enter the university, that particular secondary school, or maybe that tertiary institution, that you did your diploma or your NCE there. They will see the day you entered, the name, everything as it is, and the day you graduated with your name among other students. They'll cross-check that. And they look at the certificate itself. After graduating, have you in the graduation list? If you're on the graduation list, then okay, the certificate itself, is it genuine? Is it really genuine, the one given by the school itself? Who signed it? They must ensure they do all these things. If they get anything among these things that I'm talking about that is wrong, wallahi, they will say they will withdraw your certificate. They say your degree is for nothing. They have done this to countless people. In this university that I'm talking to you about. It is by no accident that you see that when people see something coming from us outside, worldwide, that is from BUK, they would respect it. Some people were like, someone sent a letter to me that he wants me to give him end of session report. I signed, and I just mailed it to him. He was like, is there not going to be any stamp or this, that? I just told him to take it wherever you want to take it to. Lo and behold, he was surprised. He was given admission immediately. He was like, seriously, sir, I'm surprised with the way the people receive something from BUK. So that we have made a name for ourselves. In this world, wherever you go. So if they give a certificate from here, or something comes from this university, it has weight. That is why it's always good to be good. Just don't waste your time cheating. If you don't understand something, just skip it. Like I told you, it's no shame to repeat a course or to carry a course over. After all, you are lucky. You people here are even lucky. You can carry over. In the sciences here in BUK, if you fail one course, if you fail just one course out of 10 courses, you must repeat that level. Seriously, you must repeat that level. But here you can even fail 5 courses, and nobody will tell you to repeat the level. They'll tell you to come to just do it next year. Isn't it? Is that not so lenient? This thing that I'm telling you is not that I'm just telling you out of maybe hearing it, people talking about that. Ask around. Go to faculty, or let me say College of Allied and Health Sciences. Ask around there. That how do they do this? Do they have certain as cardio over there? There is no certain as cardio over. If you fail one course out of 10, you must repeat that level, or else you just leave the school. Just last week, I was at the Senate, and one of the representatives from that College of Allied Health presented a case of one of their students giving them trouble. That her name appeared in the repeat list and also in the pass list. And at the same time, she went ahead and asked for end of session report. And the level coordinator issued an end of session report to her with that particular course that she failed. She got 28 in that course. But somehow, there was a mistake somewhere. She passed the course there in the report he gave her. And now she's saying that she's going to report BUK. She's going to report BUK. And the whole faculty is in trouble. They don't know how to handle that kind of problem. Because they said she must repeat because of that one course that she got 28. And now we are at the altar of judgment. How do we judge this? How do we find a way out for the student and for the faculty itself? We told her that they must give her a special receipt. Someone was asking that, what if she fails again? So we said, at least we have given her a chance. That else she must repeat that level because of that 28. She must repeat it one life. And you people don't even have that kind of challenge here. And yet we are engaging in cheating. Well, I'm saying this and wasting like I'm wasting time. Cool? But I'm not wasting time. I'm only looking out for your future. Because you'll be done to tell the story one day. At least some of you will not hit what I'm saying now. And they will do what they want. And they'll definitely get caught. You'll be those to tell the story, not me again. I just hope it's not you. Speaking of exams, so the traditional system of education, in the 21st century, we have something called the balanced method, which is mixed with both formative as well as the summative assessments. We're talking about the traditional system now, assessment methods. So in the traditional education, they do final exams, and it's mostly summative. While in the 21st century education, we have what we call the balanced method, which is mixed of both formative as well as the summative. What do they mean by this formative? This formative here, so that they will keep on assessing you within the program itself. Not only just waiting for till final exam, they will give us continuous assessments. They give you different types of assessments. And in some cases, you find out that CA is even more than exam. You see a CA of 60, exam 40. Even though ours here is now 60-40, exam 60 and CA 40. So this formative is what we are now speaking about, a combination of the two, giving the exam as well as the formative, the CAs too. Number 5, preparation for the future. The area of preparation for the future. In this area, traditional system of education prepares students for specific careers. Or maybe for specific industries, if you like. In that you find out that if perchance someone is studying, what are you studying now? What are you studying? What is your program? Education English. Good. What about you? You to education English. Is everyone education English here? What about you? Education Arabic. Yeah, give me some contrast. What about you? Education history. The thing is here, what we're looking at here is that at the end of the day, you are being prepared towards a line of specialization. What they are saying here is that this specific preparation is only what preparing you for just an area. You have been specific, and you have been targeted towards a particular industry. Most especially, everyone here is what? The teaching industry. The teaching industry. They want you to teach English. They want him to teach history. They want him to teach Arabic. Something like that. But what they are saying here is that this 21st century, on the other hand, is trying to kind of teach you to adapt. The preparation is doing for you here is making you to be a kind of an intelligent organism capable of adapting to the changes. These changes that we're talking about in terms of technological change. Our phones are changing. Our laptops are changing. Everything is changing. When you hear a shoot from this level to that level, don't say, me, that is okay for me. Because time will come when you see that you can't compete again. You just can't move from where you are. It's either you go with them or you fall off. So this system is trying to teach you how to adapt to this global economy, so that you can pursue multiple career paths. That is what I've been talking about in the beginning, saying that we are looking at how you have multiple streams of income. Yes, it's good you are studying. Nobody is saying that what you are doing is wrong. We allow you to continue studying. But at the same time, this system is telling you that, look, you need to have entrepreneurship skills. Go. We want you to have entrepreneurship skills, and we want you to have technology skills. That is why we're giving you this course now. For instance, we're trying to open your eyes. Go. See around. What can you do? Someone is making noise down there. If I catch you making noise, I will not find it funny with you, pa. You might be embarrassed. And I'm seeing the ones making noise. I just want you to dare me, please. Just dare me. So we're saying that we want to give you multiple career paths. You should be entrepreneurial. You should have entrepreneurship skills. Go to the markets. Learn about this network marketing. Be an agent somewhere. Don't just be someone who's always posting rubbish. Posting rubbish on WhatsApp or on Facebook or TikTok, looking for funny videos to kind of entice people. Be business-minded like. Go to some get some of what they are selling. Be an advertisement agent to them. If people like what they are selling through you, they pay you something. Or you will even go there and buy those things for them by yourself. You're getting an extra source of income, isn't it? Instead of just posting rubbish, post some products there. There, you are going to have multiple career paths. Before the end of the day, before you know it, you are already into that business. Since time will come whereby you are only being an agent. Time will come where you buy the things by yourself and keeping, and you being the owner of those products. Isn't it? And before you know it, you are into deep business. You have learned through network marketing. Yes, you are still studying at the same time. Isn't it? Yes, this is specific career path, but I said that you should also look at the business world. Don't just remain here. See how you can fit in other areas too. And that is what the system is actually telling you to do. I think this is very clear. Cool? So now let us do an activity. I'm going to have some speakers in this classroom. I'll just pick your name. Even if you don't have to speak, you like to speak. It's going to be like boys and girls. I know boys and girls issue now. Each of them will tell us about the pros and cons of these two systems. That is the advantages and disadvantages of each of them. Those from English, these English people. Habiba, you will speak for English people. You? And then, yes, you too, you don't want to speak. You don't want to look at me. Yes, you will speak. Yes, she's always saying Jesus Christ. You will speak. Yes, you too, that you are already turning away. You will speak. If you turn away from me, you are already choosing yourself. I know you will speak. I know you don't have problem with speaking. Now, it doesn't matter. Two of you will speak. These two will speak for the girls and you will speak for the boys. And any boy, any guy can assist him while he's bringing points. And so any girl can also assist you while you are bringing your points. these systems have their own advantages, each of them. Let me start with Habiba. What do you think should be the advantages based on our discussion so far? Do you really think this system is good? This 21st century education is good? Yeah, speak. Someone should assist her. If you can talk, you can tell her something. I don't want to mind. Just give me one of the advantages of the 21st century education. Someone wants to help you there. Very good. Yes, very good. Thank you. What is your name? Glory. Oh, Gloria. Just Glory. Wow. Thank you. Glory has helped you. And what about you? Give me something. Yes, it allows networking. And what is your name? Yeah, blessed. So keep talking. You are trying to say something. Okay? Now through this networking, through this system of 21st century education, it allows people to have a lot of networks because of the collaborative system of education that is talking about. Well, that collaboration, if you have good collaborators, please sit down, blessed. If you have a good collaborator, then it's really going to be a plus for you. This same thing that I was just talking about, you're going to meet someone, you don't even know them. And look, I have a lot of people that are looking at my status, or maybe I have a lot of network. So I want to kind of advertise your product. You are collaborating. Cool? And you have created a network. So this new system of education is helping, this 21st century education is helping you towards this issue of collaboration. And at the end of the day, you will have multiple streams of income. You see a lot just coming from here and there. Cool? You don't need to wait for one source. If this guy didn't send money, then there's going to be wahala. Even if they didn't send, another source will come in. Before you know it, you're already ahead. Cool? That is why it's very important to have those kind of multiple streams of income. Yes, what is your name? Yes, I want you to look at both now, either the traditional or the 21st century education.
The 21st century education gives us a wide range and it helps us in achieving a lot of knowledge that we grant people to achieve.
Yes, access. You're talking about access here now. The access to knowledge is far, far beyond your reach. Cool? Like I said, with the AI now, you can easily get information that you can never dream of getting. Just ask it the question, it will do everything for you. It will go through all the search engines. Cool? And this is thanks to the 21st century system of education. That you can't dream of doing that in the traditional system of education. Sometimes you have to travel to go and to maybe for months before you get that knowledge that you're already getting in split of seconds now. Cool? That is what we're talking about. Now, Hanoi, I think you are one of the speakers, bro. Yes, you think so, bro? Good. Yes, it's talking about the critical thinking. Even though the traditional, if you want to talk, please just raise up your hand. Okay? Just raise up your hand. Everyone is allowed to contribute. I only decided to choose some people just to show that I can choose anyone. So that I can make you to learn to talk. Don't ever think that when I choose you, I'm trying to disgrace you. Never. I only want to make you better.
Yes.
Maybe a better speaker than myself someday. Because the more you speak amongst your colleagues here now, the more power you harness. You understand? Yes.
It allows people to interact and learn about some other countries.
Thank you. Talking about pluralism here. Pluralism. Now, through this system of education, people learn from other people's cultures. Because they say that it is a global village now. The world is a global village now. You get to see yourself in a platform whereby all the languages, all the tribes are inside that platform. And before you know it, you begin to interact. So, you have different groups, different platforms, and people from different backgrounds. And begin to learn something, one or two things from them. Cool? That's talking about in a plural society like ours now. It was heterogeneous population. So we're learning from each other. Sometimes we even intermarry. Cool? We intermarry such that we learn from a different culture from another culture because of this type of different access. Having access to different people from different parts of the world through these social media platforms. This social media is there and is making things easy for us to fraternize. So anyone that wants to speak, who else wants to speak? Sakina, you will speak. Say something from what we have done. Yes, very good. Thank you. Give us a negative, please. I've been telling us the positives.
The disadvantage of 21st century education, we have to reliance on technology.
Yeah. Most especially the AI now. Over-reliance on technology. We are becoming too dumb now. We don't want to use our number 6. We don't use our number 6. We are just allowing them to do everything for us. We don't want to be productive. We don't want to be innovative again. They say we should be innovative, and yet we are being over-reliant on the AI. What else can we do? That was why I was telling you that it should take the AI to be just a helper and not the boss. Are we getting it? It will be luring you into saying that I can do this for you, I can do that for you. Don't fall for that. Don't say it's enough. Learn to say no for the AI. Else the AI will make you to be so what? So docile. Firdausi, you will speak. Say something. Yes. Traditional education. Okay, the disadvantage. Okay, very good. They have been talking about. They have been proven to be Gen Zees all along. Yes, tell me about. Less creativity there. Yes, in the traditional system, you can sit down. Thank you. The traditional system, we just want to kind of memorize something. Oh, we just want to kind of cram. That's something they call like cram la po. Oh, oh, just cram it and back to the sender. That is what they used to tell us in those days. And people were like so surprised when I said that I don't cram. Because I don't like cramming. Because cramming can only destroy your memory. Destroy it in that. It only make use of your short-term memory. Cramming stays in your short-term memory so that as soon as you finish your exam, it erases. It doesn't stay long there. And it makes you to be ashamed of yourself after a long period of time. When people ask you something, they say, guys, I will do that so yeah. As in, it's too long, they can't recall it. Why? Because they crammed. When I say people should understand things instead of cramming, they be like, Sami, if I don't cram, I can't understand them. Even if you want to cram, ensure that what you have crammed, you really understood it. That you can teach someone. Let me even give you this expo now. No matter how you think you have learned something, try to teach your friend. Even if he doesn't want to listen, say that he should listen for you. Are you getting it? Tell that to your friend, okay, this is what I think about this, about that. Hold the book for me. I want to see if I really understand this concept. Wallahi, if you do that, you hardly forget that time that you were discussing with that individual. It will be like a photographic memory for you. My 12-year-old daughter just came back to me yesterday with some CA tests that she did. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 15, 20, 17, 20, 18, 20, 20, 20. She doesn't have anything less than 15 over 20. And the way I taught her that she should not cram, she should understand something. And sometimes she would tell me that when they asked me about this thing, I just couldn't remember what the teacher said. I understood what he was teaching that time, so I just wrote it in my own words. And he still called me correct. So that is what I've been telling you to do. That is true learning. So this old system of technology is still making us want to cram. And we don't want to cram. If you cram, you are not going to learn well. It will not stay for long. No time you ask it, and it is no longer there. But once you understand something very well, it will never go from your head. It will be like an experience for you. Anytime you can discuss it. And people will be surprised, like, what kind of reading did you do? You see yourself in level 400, and you can still remember what we did in this very classroom. Because you didn't cram it. You understood it. It's more or less like an experience for you now. Cool? So that is that. I think we have said enough. After next week, inshallah, we'll continue from where we stopped. Any question before then? No question? Yes, I wanted to take attendance, but from next week we'll start our attendance, our proper attendance. Okay? The university said that we should be taking attendance. I wish I had enough time. I would have taken attendance now. But next week I'm going to do that. I'll call your name and you walk out. Go? Like we normally do. So I wish you all the best. Till next time.